The Wildcat Sports Club CNY Brewfest is coming up January 31st and February 1st at the New York State Fairgrounds. Taste your way through unlimited samples from more than 100 breweries. Now featuring hard ciders, seltzers, craft cocktails, and mocktails too. Grab your tickets now at cnybrewfest.com.
Interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this special report.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? Think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters.
Oh, buddy. Here we go. All right. Hello. Yeah, I'm still here. They did not have me committed. I was not placed in a mental health facility after Friday's show. Hello, everybody. Especially those of you driving around, listening to me, driving back to work. You on lunch? Are you late? Oh my God, I'm going to blow you in. I'm telling the boss. Hello. Surrounding areas of the area that I am in which is Syracuse, New York, right now on ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. It's not the weekend no more. I like Mondays, though. I'm a fan of Mondays because there's a lot going on the weekends, which means there's a ton of stuff to talk about. A lot of things coming up to discuss. Oh, I did a little... Hear that? Couldn't do that again if I wanted to. And I'll discuss any of the things you want. 315-437-7644. Those are the Syracuse telephone numbers. Feel free to call in. On the Sports Show with Cody Mack, that's me. We're hanging out on a Monday, not so chilly. A little bit above freezing. Although there's still some snow flying out there, and depending on the areas you're in. And then later on, I think tonight and into tomorrow, the next couple of days, up north and crap like that. Good God, you're going to get all of the snow. So be ready for that. As we get ready to hang out this week here on ESPN Radio over on QSportsTalk.com. Hello to everybody over in there. Susan, Jimmy from the Valley, Showgirl Fuzz, Jimmy from the Valley. Big fan of him. Sent me jerky. Got that today. Already dove into a little bit of that. That was pretty delicious. I like it. It's a nice venison jerky. He shoots a deer with a weapon and it dies, and then he makes dried meat from his carcass. And then I eat it. It's good, so I appreciate that. See? Getting good with our Q Sports Talk guys over there, and that's what happens. They send you jerky. Pretty fancy. A bunch of stuff to get to today. As we get on into a Monday, we got NFL news and notes to get to. NFL first weekend of the playoffs got up and a-going with one game to go tonight. You had the national championship for the College Football Playoff Tournament of Champions Excellence League of Amazing National number 1 and number 2 bracket of determination and skill. That was determined over the weekend as Ohio State and Texas went at it on Friday night. And you also had some college hoops. Syracuse, they got things going on Saturday about 3 p.m. However, we will, today, triple, start with a little, Yup. That's the breaking news sounder, and I will not get even close to 1% of nearly as emotional as I did on Friday when breaking news happened before the show. This breaking news, not so bad. Let's get things going, shall we? On the Sports Show!
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Something, something, the witch, something, something, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. Although, not so much, because this poor guy, I don't know if he could hurt a fly if he wanted to. Breaking news as we get going today on the Sports Show. Mike McCarthy out. Get out. Dallas Cowboys are going to have a new coach as we head into next season. As things were crazy. Dallas Cowboys, my God, what a weird organization. Mike McCarthy's contract expired last Wednesday, but the team held exclusive negotiating window until Tuesday at midnight. However, as of today, they could not decide on a new deal. So, boom, he gone. So weird. They did that thing where they're like, no, the Chicago Bears can't talk to him. We want to talk to him. We're just literally being ridiculous. The Cowboys just being ridiculous, as now Mike McCarthy is free to do whatever he wants, as we'll now have a new coach in Dallas. And what's funny about this, Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys splitting up. That's it. Moving on. Mike's gone, is that it's because they couldn't come to a deal when it came to the years. Like, what? The years? So you guys the Cowboys were really, honest to God, trying to make me have a heart attack when that breaking news would come out that the Dallas Cowboys and Mike McCarthy negotiate new deal for a 4-year deal with all that. Uh-oh, what? Wait a minute. Did it do it again? Do I have to start over again? Can we all press that button before I get in here? So none of you heard anything I said for the second straight week. That's fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Although, all right. Here, let me do it again. Here.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Mike McCarthy's out as Dallas Cowboys coach. I'm doing it again. If you didn't hear anything that happened, it's because I don't know what buttons to press. Put it on me, because I'm not going to blame anybody else. But if you didn't hear any how that started, yep. Dallas Cowboys have decided they won't have Mike McCarthy as their coach this upcoming year. They were doing things involving stuff, and now they're not. They couldn't decide on the years that the Dallas Cowboys and Mike McCarthy would be together, so now he is a free agent coach. He had the 4th best winning percentage in Cowboys history as far as Dallas Cowboy coaches go. Barry Switzer, which doesn't really count, Wade Phillips, which I wish didn't count, Tom Landry, which does count, and then Mike McCarthy. So, I mean, he's the 4th most winningest coach in Dallas Cowboys history. Absolutely ridiculous, man. When it comes to Mike McCarthy, he was hired as Jason Garrett's replacement in 2020 with it says here, a clear mandate. Deliver postseason success. Nope. Absolutely did not deliver postseason success. That's for sure. So he's out. But it's weird to see where we'll go here because, I mean, right out the gate, I don't really know where you go. There's not really who really wants this job. The roster is kind of limited. You gave a bunch of money to Dak. I mean, you're going to have to do whatever Jerry Jones says. So it's a matter of who are they going to get to have under the thumb of Jerry Jones. But yeah, breaking news, Mike McCarthy out. Dallas Cowboys head coach. Sports and Around on the Sports Show. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. Cody Mack here on a Monday.
Shefty, what's the latest with Mike McCarthy and his whole situation with Dallas? I know just as the show started, there's reports that Mike McCarthy is no longer going to be back in Dallas. Can you tell us what the latest is?
Yeah, the two sides officially are parting ways. They met over the course of the last week and basically had discussions about football. No business discussions. They never got to that. There were no contract discussions. And the longer it went on, the more apparent it became that clearly with Mike McCarthy's contract set to expire, him eligible to talk to teams at midnight on Tuesday, there was no movement towards a new deal. Clearly, there was a direction in which Dallas wasn't going there. And so, short time ago, Cowboy official says the two sides are parting ways. Mike McCarthy is going to become a coaching free agent. The Bears and Saints are expected to have interest in him and to talk to him. The Cowboys are now going to be in the coach. So obviously a seismic shift in the NFL landscape. That, by the way, Pat, would be the seventh team. What did we talk about all season long?
You feel real good about it. Obviously, you said these guys all have families and everything, so it's sad and devastating, but it's going to be 7. Quarterback spots are going to be up in 7, probably coaching positions that are going to be open. Okay, so Mike McCarthy is now headed into not the firings, but not getting another contract with the Dallas Cowboys.
I guess not that it doesn't need to be firings. It's just he's not coming back to the Dallas Cowboys. A couple initial things I've seen that, possible ideas. Jerry, I could see Jerry Jones thinking that he would pull one over on the Eagles by taking Kellen Moore away from the Eagles, completely forgetting that he was already on the Cowboys staff. I know that there was talks of Jason Witten, who's never coached, but Jerry Jones would think that would be a big, huge splash, hiring the nice, bland Jason Witten to lead the Dallas Cowboys. I initially, when all this stuff started, when it could be a possibility during the year, I was all about Deion Sanders. Now, I don't think Deion. I don't know why he would bother. There's talks of Bill Belichick, but again, the North Carolina stuff. So, Ben Johnson from the Lions, it would be a head coaching job, but would you want to leave the Lions with that offense hanging out with a nice winning team to what? Go to Dallas? Trade for Mike Tomlin of the Steelers? No, I highly doubt that the Steelers are going to be interested in trading Mike Tomlin. I know that was tossed around a little bit, and now especially with them losing. But no, I bet the Steelers do the exact same things they always do in the offseason. Nice, bland moves, and just stay the course. But that's it. Mike McCarthy out in Dallas. Who's in next? I don't know, but he will be meek and do whatever Jerry says. Hey, new ball coach. Hey, what's John Gruden doing? Oh, John Gruden's. Yeah, there's a bunch of ideas, bunch of possibilities, but it's still Dak and CeeDee Lamb, Rico Dowdle, Micah Parsons with question mark. Oh, boy, yep. So there it is. There's the big news to start the day on the Sports Show, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. We will be back.
Syracuse basketball head coach Adrian Autry joins Orange. ESPN 97.7 and 100.1.
Yeah, I miss Jimmy. Jimmy Johnson and Jerry were just too big. Their egos were way too big for each other, and Jimmy left, and he brought in his buddy Barry Switzer, and Barry Switzer got to benefit of having Jimmy's teams. And then Barry Switzer left when things got hard. Because of the marijuana pen in my pocket, I keep smelling marijuana and thinking, ooh, what's that? But it's me. It's my pocket. Let's see here. Should we do this whole thing on... Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Nick Burns, your company's computer guy.
This is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Take it off in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me, lay face here.
We're back on a Monday. Who knows what that was, huh? Who knows what this is? ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1 Sports Show. Cody Mack. You hear me now? Gotta remember to press that button over there, or else you can't hear me do all of the things to start the show, like tell you the phone numbers and such. On the Sports Show with Cody Mack. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1 on a Monday, like 315-437-7644. If you can't hear me, how can I tell you that's the number to call? To talk about all the things. SU's big old victory up in, I looked up the name of, I was going to say the Dome, but the Boston College, like that, but I was going to say it in the same style. The Dome, it doesn't matter. They went to Boston and they won. Big victory there. Got all of the recaps today. All of ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1 on the Orange Nation show a little while ago. 315 with Brian Higgins coming up next. He'll get you through all of that. You had Tim and Jordan doing the post game. Now that's post game. Tune into anything. Paulie's not on. Ha! Got him. Paul? Paulie, right? In your office? Paulie. Yeah, he's sorting baseball cards probably. QSportsTalk.com. That is the Twitch chat. If you want to come hang out over there, how are you guys doing? You get Florida Boy, Tom, Ryan in there. I like that there's all sorts of different conversations going on. You guys are all hanging out. West Monroe. A couple new names in here I see. 8 different Sarahs. Hello. Matt from Auburn, Jimmy from Deer Valley, who sent me deer carcass meat. Appreciate him. All right, let's get into it here as we are broadcasting from the Harding Mazzotti studio. So, got to get into the things, shall we? As we will start with the most important NFL game of the day yesterday, as Bills-Broncos got it going 1 o'clock on a Sunday, and it started out a little worrisome as Troy Franklin caught that big old touchdown from Bo Nix to make it 7-0 pretty early in the game for the Broncos, and really that was it. They were up 7-0. Tyler Bass kicked a field goal. They were up 7-3. That was it for the Broncos. That was it. As James Cook, after that, had a touchdown. Tyler Bass kicked a field goal. Ty Johnson had an unbelievable touchdown on a 4th down play, and then the 2-point conversion from Keon Coleman. Curtis Samuel, 55-yard touchdown. And Tyler Bass, another field goal to cap it off. See what I mean about it being over from there as the Bills move on with a big old victory and a big old game coming up Sunday night, man. I think that's the final game of the weekend coming up this weekend on the way. Bills, Ravens, possible game of the year. I mean, just thinking about that, it's one of those where it's like, oh, is it only Monday? Oh, it can't only be Monday. We got to get going with Bills, Ravens now. Like today, it's tonight, right? It's not tonight. Well, that is absolutely unacceptable because I am all sorts of excited. And so is Sean McDermott as the Bills move on, take down the Broncos 31-7.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, man. How about those Buffalo Bills? Right here, baby!
Hey.
Right here!
Hey. That sounds familiar to me.
Prepare all week, man. You prepared all week for it. You come out with a mindset, feeding each other, offense, defense, special teams, working together as one. That's what a great football team does. Well done, man. Great job. All right, hey, O-line and D-line. It's going through you. I'm just telling you right now. It's going through you every dang week. Every dang week. 220-some yards rushing. Great job. Keep getting better every week. I'm so proud of you guys across the board. Everyone in here. Everyone. Great organizational win. Josh, go ahead.
Here you go. Hey, earn the right for another week. Let's keep getting better, all right? Watch this. Enjoy it. Let's keep going.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Win! Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, we'll don't worry. We will discuss all things Bills Ravens as we move on through the week because that is a battle of who will be MVP. I think technically they already know, right? I think the ballots for MVP had to be in before the playoffs even started this weekend or something like that. Or either way, the inside NFL world knows who will be the MVP. Will it be Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson? I'm kind of leaning towards Lamar just because, NFL likes weird consistency like that. But I think we all agree here in New York that this man, Josh Allen, probably deserves the MVP. I liked his post-game press conference very much, so we're just going to listen to it. Because it was enjoyable.
Ty Johnson seemed to really seal the deal, him going down, scooping the ball.
Not all.
Turf on that 4th down.
Yeah, 4th down. Just need to make a play there. And man-to-man, I feel like they played pretty good coverage on some of our underneath routes. I just extended. Ty did what Ty does and made a heck of a play for us.
What advantages did you wanted to see? What advantages did you see in the Broncos defense that you wanted to come out and exploit?
Well, I don't think there was one certain thing over another. We just wanted to come out and execute well. We ran the ball well. Our offensive line did a heck of a job all day. Jimbo ran the ball hard. Ty and Ray, I hate what happened to Ray. I feel like that doesn't happen too often in this offense. I hate that feeling that I have for him right now, but got to see him. He's doing okay. But at the end of the day, we just wanted to come out and play our best football, and I feel like we did that today.
Josh, after the touchdown play, did you feel like you kind of caught a break there? That looked like it was a desperation situation for 7 or 8 seconds there. Do you feel like that was a little bit fortunate that happened that way?
Yeah, I mean, ebbs and flows of a game. Again, we went out there on 4th down, and if we don't get it there, the defense gets the ball, but not great field position. So, yeah, we made a play.
What was going on when the ref came over to talk to you, like all the way to the bench? What was he saying? What was going on?
Was that?
If in case you didn't hear that clearly enough, this guy wants to know the situation that I think we all want to know the answer to this. What was going on with the ref? The ref came all the way over to talk to Josh on the bench. And I saw that and was like, oh, is he getting yelled at?
What was going on when the ref came over to talk to you, like all the way to the bench? What was he saying? What was going on?
Was that after? I wasn't happy with what was going on, and I was yelling a little bit, and he just said, "Don't be yelling." So my bad.
Oh, you got yelled at?
Did he apologize?
I won't say anything about that.
Hey, Josh, talk about the James today and the running game. I mean, obviously, for the first 2.5 quarters, that was kind of the key to the offense. Just what did you guys see? Why was it working so well?
Yeah, our team did a great job. Our offensive line did a great job of getting looks that we liked and taking advantage of it, and they moved guys off the ball today. Jimbo ran the ball hard, or all of our backs ran the ball hard, and then you incorporate some of the quarterback run stuff, and I think that really messes with the defense of, they were in a really good position sometimes, and our guys just made plays.
How much playoff experience, Josh, does it allow you to play with patience?
Yeah, I mean, I think understanding kind of the ebbs and flows of how the playoffs go, and obviously you just want to be able to give yourself a chance in the third and fourth quarter in the second half, and we felt like we did that today.
Running game seemed to get you going. Passing game seemed to pick things up as the game went. Balance has been there for you all year. It was once again today. How comforting is it knowing that you have multi-pronged attack to go to?
Yeah, I think I think we only punted once today. The first 3 drives.
Yes,
field
they
goal,
did.
touchdown, punt, I believe. That was the first half, and it just felt like it was quick, but we were sustaining drives, and the drives that we didn't sustain, we felt like we were shooting ourselves in the foot, whether it was penalties or what the case may be. So, we were just trying to mix different personnels and switch looks up, and again, that's Joe Brady right there, and him doing what he does best, and he did it well today.
The ability to get after the quarterback was talked about a lot throughout the week and throughout the whole season, really. How important was it to be as good as you were at running the ball, kind of delete them and delete that part of it?
Yeah, when you can get them moving side to side and different looks and guards pulling, tackles pulling, centers pulling, it just gives them a bunch of different things to look at and look and see, and makes them maybe a little hesitant. But it's, again, credit to our guys and our offensive staff, but our line played their tails off today.
Josh, what does it say about the nature of this offense that your leading receiver today in the playoff game is a guy who never led the team in receiving all season?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be the first one to say, I'll speak on behalf of Curtis. He probably didn't have the season that he wanted to have. He was dealing with a few things early on and during the middle of the year. But he kept grinding, kept being quiet, and stayed focused. And, I've never lost any sort of trust in him. And he's just continued to work hard. And that's kind of the mentality that we've had all year is everybody eats, and today was his day, and who knows what's going to be next week, but we got to have a good week of practice first and ready to play on whether it's Saturday or Sunday.
It's Sunday. Bills-Ravens as the Bills win again. 31-7. Josh Allen. He gives good post-game press conferences. I like those. I'm a big fan of post-game press conferences. It's kind of one of the nerdy sports things about me. Bills win 31-7 again. Josh Allen, 272 yards on 20 for 26, couple of tutties, 46 yards on the ground. James Cook, 120 yards and a tutty. Like I said, Curtis Samuel, his day to eat, 68 yards and a touchdown, including that 55-yard one he had. Denver's rushing game, non-existent. Bo Nix, that 18-yard one he had was really their only run of the whole game. He was their leading rusher as their... They had one of their main guys was a healthy scratch. It was very weird for the Broncos. As they look to regroup, going to have to back to the drawing board, Denver Broncos. Pretty successful year there for Denver, as they're probably only going to get better on a year that everyone thought they were just going to be trash, having to eat Russell Wilson's contract. But nom. Everybody eats. This week it was the Bills. Next week, it'll be either the Bills or the Ravens. Ooh. More NFL playoff stuff when we come back. Ooh. ESPN Radio 97.7, 100.1. The Sports Show. Cody Mack. Ooh.
on the court and off the court, because essentially the way you act off the court is the way you're going to be on the court, and that's just a life lesson that he has instilled in us, and just being like, yo, you got to live right.
Orange Nation, noon to 2. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1.
2024 was a record year for McGuire Automotive Group, but records were made to be broken. So McGuire is kicking off 2025 with our massive Bring in the Savings event. Selection is fantastic with 2024 models that must go now, and brand new 2025s arriving daily. Find our biggest savings ever on absolutely every vehicle in stock, with discounts up to over $16,000. Starting today, McGuire is out to shatter every record in the book. That means nobody sells new cars for less than McGuire. We will not lose a deal to anyone for any reason. Not gonna happen. Start the new year in a new vehicle from McGuire, one of the largest automotive retailers in the entire country, with the absolute best reputation for a no-nonsense, no games, clear and easy buying experience. Don't miss our Ring in the Savings event going on now at all McGuire locations in Ithaca, Trumansburg, Watkins Glen, Syracuse, Baldwinsville, Canandaigua, and Grand Island. McGuire, right by you. Or quick as a click at McGuireCars.com.
Yeah, no, I'm glad McCarthy's gone. You got to interject some youth into this program. You got to interject something different. It's not working. That's the definition of insanity, man. You keep doing the same damn thing, expecting different results. He's a fine coach, and he's a fine guy and all that crap, I'm sure. But you're not taking certain teams over the hump. And the Cowboys are one of the hardest, if not the hardest, NFL team to get over the hump. Niners, Cowboys, Bills. Mike McCarthy ain't it. Aaron Rodgers is not your quarterback. Brett Favre is not your quarterback. Sorry, Mike. Mike can head on to Chicago. Go to Chicago, bud. Oh, it's Jerry's fault. Absolutely. I wish Sean Payton would be the coach of the Cowboys. I wanted him when they had to let him go and he left initially. Years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago. Been years. Raiders could get Mike McCarthy too. That's a nice, easy one for the Raiders owning group to kind of manipulate, but it's a little Tom Brady, so I just don't know. Right, Gavendo? Yep. Now the Bears are gonna get Mike. You go deal with him. Oh, Josh is in his house. He definitely didn't lock himself out of his house. Absolutely not. Absolutely didn't. Gavendo, I like the Bears. I think Caleb Williams is actually pretty good. Hey. You cowgirls, me. I like the Bears' offensive weapons. I like Cole Kmet. Keenan Allen is still pretty good. Roma Duzier is decent. I mean, I thought DeAndre Swift would be a little better. But you're talking about America's team. Tell him, Kev. Kev, tell him. Talking about America's team.
This is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Take it off in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me lay face.
Here we are, second half of The Sports Show. Cody Mack. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. Hello. 315-437-7644. get all up on the telephone, or you can head on over to qsportstalk.com. That is our Twitch chat where, I mean, some are correct, some are very incorrect. We're talking about America's team, and then there's Dallas Cowboy hate being thrown around. It's not my fault they're America's team. America's favorite team to hate. My username is Big Poppy. Oh, my goodness. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. They're everybody's favorite team to hate. I love it. It's fun. Why would I not want to at least have fun with my favorite sports teams? What, I want to just have a boring team that nobody cares about, like the Giants? Oh, burn! Burn! I burned you. I burned you so bad, Giants fans. Wegmans Lights on the Lake. The last time I will be forced to talk to you about this. Although there's snow on the ground still, so if you want, get one last little chance. Tonight's charity night. That's why it's important. As much as I'm sure you're like, oh my God, there's no more Christmas. It's January 13th. They're still doing a charity night tonight, so get over there, be charitable, and that could be your one good thing you do for the year, and it's only the middle of January, and then you're done for the year. Presented by Upstate Honda Dealers and Upstate Golisano Children's Hospital. Wegmans Lights on the Lake. There it is. We're all done. No more Wegmans Lights on the Lake. How it's about? We move back into some NFL talk, shall we, as we continue to roll around the league as the NFL playoffs got going this weekend. The first game up this Saturday, Chargers-Texans. Not enjoyable in the least. Not at all. Started out with a couple field goals from the Chargers, and everyone's like, oh, here we go, some field goals. Now we're cooking. And then the Texans took over from there, where they scored a touchdown, a field goal, an interception, return for a touchdown, and then a field goal before the Chargers did anything. 32-12. C.J. Stroud, 22 for 33, 282 yards, and that tutty. Joe Mixon, 106 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, thanks, bud. Couldn't do that in my fantasy football championship game. You went 4 games without a touchdown, and you decided to have a great game when it doesn't matter for anybody at all other than the actual team itself. Nico Collins, 7 catches, 122 yards and a touchdown. Justin Herbert, the biggest disappointment in this game. He has only thrown 3 interceptions all season long. This game, 2 of them. Plus another 2. 4. Two of them to Derek Stingley of the Texans. Herbert throws 4 interceptions, more than he had all friggin' year long. So now the Texans draw up the Chief card. Good luck with that. As Chiefs and Texans going to go at it. And I'll take the Chiefs because I'm not going to take the Chiefs. Or I'm going to take the Chiefs until they lose. Why would I not? Till they prove me wrong. And then moving on, the next game on Saturday was the Steelers and the Ravens. Pittsburgh Paulies out 28-14 as Derrick Henry just absolutely destroyed the Steelers in this one. As what did he have? Where is it? 186 yards, 2 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, 175 yards and another 2 touchdowns. Russell Wilson, not a bad game. 270 yards, 2 touchdowns. Najee Harris for the Steelers. That's his last game as a Steeler. Very disappointing. 6 carries, 17 yards. Pickens, if they're not throwing to Pickens, they really have no offense. He had 87 yards and a touchdown. More importantly, this just means that now we will get the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. Oh, my God. I can't wait. That is the main event Sunday night, last game of the weekend, this upcoming weekend, because today's Monday. Oh, and there is a game tonight, don't forget. But Ravens 28, Steelers 14. Ravens moving on. And then also this weekend, there were NFC playoff games, coincidentally. Very confusing. There were, right? The Packers and the Eagles. This game, very weird. I felt like the Eagles just kept waiting for the Packers to take the lead or just tie it or something. It was almost like they were playing with their food before just finishing them off, but they really weren't. Eagles just not impressive despite winning 22-10. Packers never really getting out of the gate. They lost player after player for the last couple weeks, and in this game as well, as more guys go down. Although starting linebacker Nakobe Dean for the Eagles, he's going to be out for the rest of the playoffs, if not most of next season, a big injury to his knee. That's disappointing for the Eagles. Saquon Barkley, though, disappointing a lot of bettors as he was headed for a very sure touchdown and slid. That cost a lot of people money, although he wasn't tempted at all to score that touchdown, he says.
That's amazing.
And it was easy to...
That's a commercial until I go this way, and then I
imagine where we'd be without them.
Right.
It's important because it's playoff football. If you don't get through this one, you go home. So we got the job done, and I don't like saying like we got the job done, make it seem like we got out here and we survived. We won a football game against a really good team. This playoff football. There's 14 teams in, and it's the best 14 teams. And at the end of the day, we did what we needed to do, and there's things we can improve anytime, no matter what. Even if we came out here and won 40 or 3, there's going to be stuff we can improve on. So we'll find out who we got next and get ready for those.
How tempting was it when you saw all that green grass in front of you on your slide at the end?
It wasn't tempting. Situational football. No mas. It's first down, you win the game. So get the first down and get down.
Little did he know that a bunch of people placed a bunch of money on you to score a touchdown, Saquon, and, well, you didn't. A lot of field goals in this one. Jahan Dotson got a touchdown for the Eagles, and then it was Jake Elliott field goal. Dallas Goedert with a crazy touchdown. Go back and Google that. Dallas Goedert doing a stiff arm machine to the poor Packers. That Packers defenseman looked so deflated after he got stiff armed all the way to the end zone. Woof. Also in this game, Jordan Love, I don't know how healthy he was in this. They said he was good to go. He injured his elbow in the last game. He just did not look good at all. Of course, last year, murders the Cowboys. This year, Eagles basically are looking to hand Jordan Love the game, and he is all sorts of erratic.
I think there's obviously areas that I improved on, the team improved on, and there's some stuff that I'd want to clean up, want to be better at, for sure. So, I mean, that's the nature of the game. It's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be things to get better at, improve on. But, I mean, that'll be definitely part of the offseason. Let's go back, watch the games, just, make lists of things I could improve on and be better at. But, I think we did some really good things as an offense, and I think there's a lot of stuff that we left out there that we could have done a lot better. We did some really good things this season. Obviously made it to the playoffs and, had a chance and just didn't play good enough tonight. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say anytime you don't win the Super Bowl, the arrow will be pointing down. But, just like I said, it wasn't good enough. But I think we did some really good things this season. And like I said, we'll figure out ways to clean it up.
You better hope so, because that was disappointing as hell. Although they lost all their wide receivers. Every friggin' one of them. Where'd that just go? Ah, crap. Where is it? They lost guys before. They lost the guys going into this. Christian Watson going into the game. But in this game, they lost Romeo Doubs to a concussion, Jaden Reed to a shoulder injury, and they'd already been without the other wide receivers. So that did not go very well for that group of Packers. Game of the night was the Sunday night game as the Bucs and Commanders. I thought this would be a way more high-scoring game than it was, but it was still a barn burner, as the kids say, definitely for sure, as you had the Bucs jump out to a field goal lead, and then the Commanders scoring the next 10 points with Mike Evans scoring that touchdown late in the first half to get things tied to go into the second half. And then you had Terry McLaurin making quite the catch from Jaden Daniels before Chase McLaughlin for the Bucs added a field goal to tie it up, headed in late for the Commanders and Bucs, as it was now tied 20-20 with just a little bit left before you had the divisional doink, as I heard it called last night. But the Commanders pulling off what many are saying is the huge upset. First playoff victory since, 05 or 06, something like that. The Washington Commanders moving on to play the Detroit Lions next Saturday night.
Into the divisional round. Step good. Hold down. Kick on its way. It is good! The Cardiac Commanders are the Clutch Commanders. They do it again. We'll see you in Detroit. And Zay Gonzalez kicks in the door and kicks us into the second
think that guy's excited.
This team, at the end of games, I have never seen anything like it. They get it done week after week. And we're looking at the coaches. Wow, we got Joe, we got the coaches. Tremendous play call. Oh, my goodness. The trade season continues.
Something about the dream season continues. I have no idea what he was saying at the end there. I just thought it was funny to keep playing it because he was very excited. Very, very excited. Jaden Daniels was the boss in this game. 24 for 35, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, another 36 yards on the ground. He was finding guys all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys had 2 or more receptions for the Washington Commanders. Baker Mayfield, that terrible fumble late in the game where that Wagner jumped on that I forgot that they got from the Seahawks. Big pickup there. Bobby Wagner sealing the game essentially for the Commanders with that pickup of the fumble by Baker Mayfield. He only went 15-18. Weird game for Baker Mayfield. Bucky Irvin, 17 for 77. Really didn't get much going for the Bucks at all, as Jaden Daniels is having probably the best rookie season for a quarterback ever. And Teddy Bruschi agrees as Jaden Daniels moves on to a game that I can't wait for. I know I said it about Bills-Ravens, but Lions-Commanders, oh my God, this weekend's going to be so good.
The rookie rules don't apply. They don't apply to this guy. I've never seen something like this. 13 years as a player, 16 years as an analyst here. This is the best rookie quarterback I've seen. I mean, Roethlisberger was pretty good too when he started, but this guy just has more. I mean, you could see the plan that Tampa had and how they were trying to execute it in setting edges. Todd Bowles talked about it after the game, but he just beat him. I think Kalijah Cansey's a pretty good player, and he made him look average in terms of just a little stiff arm, just a little out the gate, and then it's 3rd and 1. And then Quinn, the pressure he continues to put on him on 4th down in this game. 3 for 5, all right, resulting in 14 points. They were 82% on the season on 4th down. This may be the best 4th down team ever in terms of those drives have resulted in 129 points this season with a rookie.
Yeah, with a rookie, Jaden Daniels. And you didn't see the back of the shirt on Friday. I was wearing a Jaden Daniels jersey. I was wearing a Washington number 5. I'm all about it. I'm on board. I'm on the bandwagon. Sign me up. And was the last time they won that playoff game? Was that with RG3? Man, those were fun times. This Washington team is fun. This weekend has just been amazing with the football. You had Texas and Ohio State on Friday. Ohio State and Notre Dame will be playing for the national championship. We'll break all of that down as the week gets going. And then you have these NFL playoffs getting started. And then tonight, Vikings-Rams from Glendale. Woo, buddy. I love football. It's so fun. Let's come back and wrap things up. Do a little Monday Night Raw preview. That's right. We're still doing some wrestling. It's a sports show. ESPN Radio 97.7, 100. Whoa. Believe me, I know. I miss Dan Quinn. I miss him so much. Oh, I just miss him. bit of snow. It's not snowing out anymore. I need this right now. What are you doing? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. Kev, for real, I gotta win a Super Bowl. Hey, I'm getting wicked old. I gotta win a Super Bowl. Well, sucks to be you, bud. But I want to win a Super Bowl. Hey.
Now get the guns, the drugs from my generation. I'll take the fall, the states, and across the nation. And it's a sin, the cops, the fakes, the fraud, they're messing with me. Come on.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Yeah, we're back. Hello on a Monday. Monday, the Sports Show. Huh? ESPN Radio, 97.7 and 100.1. 315 with Brian Higgins is up in just a little bit where he'll have all your Q stuff because they got a game on tomorrow time, too. So you're not getting so comfy with that victory out in Boston College as they move right back into it tomorrow night where you'll get all of that stuff. Tonight, though, you'll get as a healthy dose. Yeah. Of Monday Night Raw. On Netflix, second week. If you're looking forward to some wrestling as we're getting close here to WrestleMania season as the road to WrestleMania 41. They'll be in Cali tonight as the Royal Rumble is actually coming up pretty close here. It's actually going to be pretty good tonight. For the first time ever, you will have a Women's Intercontinental Champion. Old-time wrestling fans, you know what the Intercontinental Championship is. And tonight, Lila Valkyria and Dakota Kai will take on each other. We'll battle for that, so that'll be pretty cool. Also, you might have Penta El Zero Miedo making his debut, taking on Chad Gable, a luchador. That's always fun. Everyone's a big fan of him. Damian Priest and Finn Balor are going to have a street fight tonight, which means they'll use things to hit each other in the face with that usually you probably don't hit each other in the face with. Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser will take battle, as that'll be enjoyable again. Monday Night Raw tonight on Netflix. You'll also see, I'm sure, CM Punk. Gunther will make an appearance. Rhea Ripley, huh? fun. We'll talk about Monday Night Raw tomorrow, right here on the Sports Show. We'll also talk Vikings-Rams results, as that is on this evening, as well as we wrap up the first round of the NFL playoffs. We'll chat about that and much more tomorrow on the Sports Show with me, Cody Mack, on ESPN Radio. Get ready for the 315 with Brian Higgins for all your Syracuse whatnots. It's ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1.